Ladies have the little black dress. Guys, I present to you the little black box. Are you an audiophile? Are you a music lover? Do you like audio gear? If so, then you are in the right spot. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the latest videos and reviews from Moon Audio right here. Ow, I hit it. Okay, so maybe it's not that little, but it's a heck of a black box. Here's the TEAC UD-701N, the do-it-all box from TEAC. TEAC has a pretty extensive product line with the UD, AP, CG, and NT series, and if it's one thing that TEAC does well, it's making sweet sounding and functional black boxes. And silver. The UD-701N has some great internals as well as functionality, so let's take a look at the design and what's under the hood first. On the front of the UD-701N, you'll find from left to right the on-off toggle switch, XLR balanced headphone jack, 1/4-inch unbalanced headphone jack, the output select button, the menu select button, source select button, the LCD display, a USB port, and the volume knob. On the rear of the device, you'll find, from left to right, line in right channel RCA and XLR, line out right channel RCA XLR, micro USB software port, Ethernet, digital in 2 coaxial and 2 optical, USB port for external drives, clock in, USB to device, line in left channel RCA XLR, line out left channel RCA XLR, RS-232C port, 12-volt trigger in and out, and the power input. The TEAC UD-701N proves to be a powerhouse all-in-one unit with excellent I/O and a functional user interface which allows you to easily access your settings and controls. One design feature that TEAC implemented is a floating structure to keep the transformers, which can easily cause vibrations, isolated from the bottom panel. We all know that vibrations can affect audio quality, and TEAC has done a great job in minimizing the amount of movable objects inside the device that could potentially be detrimental to the sound. In addition to using the minimum number of circuit board attachment screws, TEAC's original pinpoint feet utilize a new mechanism that suppresses vibrations from the bottom panel that affects audio quality. Even the length of the side fins of the device that are for heat dispersion have also been adjusted to prevent sympathetic vibrations. TEAC likes to do things their own way. They're good at it too, which is why they've designed the UD-701N with their own Delta Sigma discrete DAC. They use discrete circuitry using FPGA and incorporating their original algorithms. It's impressive to say the least, and TEAC is proud of their sonic performance given their unique discrete DAC design. It sounds amazing, and we'll get to more of that in the sound impressions. The UD-701N is also dual mono and fully balanced, resulting in some great signal-to-noise ratio measurements and some impressive dynamic range overall. Balanced audio is not always better than single-ended, and you can read more about that in our guide on balanced audio, which we'll link to below. But in this case, TEAC's balanced circuitry does get the preferred treatment over the single-ended output. Speaking of, the 4-pin on the headphone amplifier can also be switched between balanced and active ground. Active ground is a drive method that approaches 0 volts by connecting the cold connector to the ground and driving the ground forcibly using an amplifier circuit. Ultimately, this enables the amplifier to drive a number of different headphones with various impedance ratings, both low and high. The unit can also be configured as an analog preamplifier, a USB DAC, network player, has an MQA full decoder function, it upconverts, and even cooks breakfast for you on Saturday mornings. The other highlight that I want to discuss is the streaming functionality. It supports Spotify Connect, Tidal, Co-Buzz, internet radio, works with open home standards, is room ready, and can connect by LDAC, LHDC, and aptX HD high-resolution codecs, and AAC, aptX, and SBC codecs via Bluetooth. Whew. Yeah, did I mention it cooks breakfast? There's a ton more features that I'd love to discuss, but I don't want to keep you here all day, and I know you're chomping at the bit to hear how it sounds. Yeah, it's good. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. TEAC's discrete Delta Sigma DAC is surprisingly organic, providing a plethora of detail, but not chintzy on the low end either. For my testing setup, I paired the UD-701N with the Meze Audio Elite headphones and the Black Dragon premium cable. The Elite does well to show off detail and dynamic range, and the TEAC performs effortlessly. On this signature spectrum, Delta Sig isn't as forward as FPGA DAC circuitry, but definitely on the forward side. And this is not to be construed with a negative connotation. Products are either forward, neutral, or warm. R2R DACs or AKM off-the-shelf chips provide a much warmer and musical presentation, and while TEAC's discrete design retains some nice bottom-end presence, it's the hyper-detail, analog-seeking sound that really stands out. Some might call it analytical, but the headphone or speaker pairing can make or break the deal. Luckily, the 701 pairs well with almost everything. Particular genre favorites were jazz and classical, classic rock, folk, and singer-songwriter. Anything that had an organic sound to it came alive. Bowed instruments, you can hear the hair rub against the strings. The same with picked instruments like acoustic guitar and mandolin. The TEAC makes these sound natural and resonant. Even the crunch of classic electric rock was impressive in the sense that the overdriven tubes in the recordings could almost be felt. Paired with the Meze Elite headphones made for a pretty epic experience, I will say. Even the Black Dragon cable pairing helped to bring out some extra low-end and mid-range that made the signature a little more toasty without covering up the clarity of the UD-701N or Elite. As always, when it comes to cables, feel free to contact us with your headphone information, and we'll be more than happy to make a personalized recommendation just for you. You can read more about my sound impressions in the written review, which we'll link to below, but the bottom line is that the TEAC UD-701N is a great natural sounding unit that will provide plenty of clarity and detail in any genre, while maintaining a signature that strives for analog accuracy. A great dynamic range combined with TEAC's discrete design makes the UD-701N a phenomenal sounding all-in-one box that we have no trouble recommending to everyone. Since the streaming experience is so integral to this TEAC unit, we'll go over some navigation and UI elements along with the overview of the TEAC HR audio player application in a follow-up video. So be sure to be on the lookout for that coming out soon. TEAC also makes some highly recommended accompanying devices for the 701, including the AP701, which is a standalone dual mono fully balanced amplifier that can be configured for use with larger speakers. The UD-701N can power small bookshelf speakers without issue, but you'll need some more power if you have larger passive speakers. They also have the CG10M, which we showed off in the NT505 review, which is a master clock generator that can be configured with the UD-701N via the clock hookup in the rear of the music player. If you're looking for a music player that does it all, then the TEAC UD-701N is a solid choice that we give a big thumbs up to. The internal design, discrete DAC, great sound, and even more impressive functionality with streaming integration, wireless and high-resolution Bluetooth codecs make the UD-701N a little black box that deserves a designated shelf in your system. We'll include a link to the full review below with more information on the various features, sound impressions, and more. Stay tuned for a separate video where we'll go through the streaming options and look more at the TEAC HR audio player app. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more audio gear reviews and videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.